All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the coach's desk on Jamaican Flavor Empire. And today we're going to discuss our Jamaican student athletes taking drugs, or are they taking banned substances? And that came out of the fact that these students are doing pretty well on the track at a tender age. So these persons who have come up with this idea that these children are taking drugs, it is because of the fact that these students are doing pretty well. They're running some great times, breaking records here and there. And this also came out of that very fine year that we had in track and field at Boys and Girls Championship. Champs, we call it, where a plethora of records were broken. It was mind-boggling. It spread across the world like wildfire. So persons tend to want to question, why are these students, why are these athletes doing so well? You know what I mean? But we just want to delve into this conversation. You can comment down below in the comment section. These views are strictly opinionated, and we just want to discuss this. We just want to have a little chat on this to see what is the cause, basically, of this notion that is actually floating around. You know what I mean? But first, we have to give respect to the institution, GC Foster College. That is the institution that has turned out all these coaches, and they have spread right across the island. And I believe that that is why these children are doing well, because they are being well coached. And not only the rudiments that they would have received from GC Foster College, some persons would have gone ahead and get themselves qualified by the IAAF coaching program, coaches education. So we have some great coaches in Jamaica. We have some awesome coaches, some awesome teachers of the discipline track and field. So I believe that this is one of the contributing factors to these students doing so well. You know what I mean? Because if they didn't have somebody to guide them, to direct them, to lead them, then they wouldn't be able to be doing so well. Another factor I believe is that not only great coaching, because you could be one of the world's most renowned coach, but if you don't have the talent, then that simply means your skills as a coach will not come to fruition. You know what I mean? So you have to have the talent, and I believe that Jamaica, I can't overemphasize it, Jamaica has one of the largest talent pool in this world. Not just this hemisphere, in the world, when it comes on to track and field. These children are so talented. I wish that some of you would have had an experience of coming to one of these sports day that these children run on, the grass track that they would run on, the excitement, the euphoria that comes along with being at these sports days. So these students are embedded in the love for the sport. Not only embedded in the love, they are talented. If you go to every sports day across Jamaica, I guarantee you that you'll find an athlete that has a special talent. Now, when these talents are recognized, you see, again, GC Foster come to hand. When these talents are identified, if let me look at it this way. In days gone by, there was a lot of talent in Jamaica as well. As I said, Jamaica is one of the most talented countries when it comes down to track and field. But in the recent past, there were a lot of talents. But the setback and the drawback why some of these athletes did not go far as they wished that they would go, it is because the coaches were not there. The coaches with the skills and the requisite that will push these athletes forward, it wasn't there. Now, with the inception of GC Foster College, that is where you see the difference, the steer wheel start to shift, the paradigm start to shift, where persons were now understanding coaching, because what these coaches were in those days, I believe, were coaching vicariously. Some of them were past representative of the country in track and field. Some went to college overseas, you know what I mean? And they would have been coaching vicariously. I don't believe that they would have gotten the construct of coaching, how to write a training program, how to carry out a training program, and so forth. You know, the principles of training. Those things weren't there. A guy went to the United States to for an institution. He comes back. He used to train. He just follow what his coach used to give him. So that's what I mean by they were training vicariously. But no, GC Foster come on board. And you see, you have coaches just coming out year after year. You see coaches just developing some great talents. And it's not only in track and field, you know. Because, well, it's not only on the track. Because we have students doing well in the field events, the jumps, the throws. You know what I mean? So, the talent is there. The talent is there. So, because the talent is there, I would believe that it will dispel the notion of drugs. The coaching is there. So that again will dispel the notion of taking drugs. Quite frankly, there might be many red flags over our head. But the fact is that I've never seen a Jamaican youth team, a Jamaican junior team goes to a competition, a championship, and we have come back with any positive test. Mind you, at the youth competitions, probably there wasn't any testing done. But at the junior competition, right, I can't recall a Jamaican athlete being tested positive for a banned substance coming from a junior competition. It's not in my memory. So yes, the even Usain Bolt's journey as a junior athlete, he was doing pretty well. He was running fast times at the junior level. Is it that he was on something and he came up to be one of the greatest, if not the greatest athlete that I've ever run? And they have never tested him positive in his senior career. And Usain Bolt would have done a lot of tests. So this notion of Jamaicans theorizing and some persons across the world theorizing that we are doing well and that is a result of us taking drugs. I don't believe that notion. I don't believe that notion. That's fallacy. You know what I mean? That is folly. We don't subscribe to that. If somebody would come internationally and see the sacrifice that these coaches put in, the sacrifice that these student athletes put in, they would recognize that these coaches aren't playing. These coaches aren't guessing. These students aren't playing either. Of course, you have the one and two very talented athletes that sometimes they're lazy, they don't want to train. But I mean, for the most part, these children train. They go through their rudiments of training. They go through their background work, pre-competition. They go through the specialist section of their training. These people train. Now, what would a coach gain? Answer that question. What would a coach gain if he were to be highlighted by giving an athlete a banned substance? What would he gain? If he gives his entire team banned substance. All right. Put this into perspective. The top 5 schools on the girls' side, on the boys' side, right? You're going to tell me that all of these athletes are given banned substance. But at the end of the day, one athlete is coming out better at all times. There's no consistency in that, because one consistency is that that athlete is doing better than his peer. And I believe that because that is talent, not only talent, that is also because he is well coached. You understanding the point I'm making? So I don't believe that these children are being given drugs to perform. And we're living in a stage of information where children don't keep secrets. They share. So if I were to give an athlete a banned substance, that athlete would tell his or her friend, you know that my coach give me a certain type of tablet, and I tell you, when I take that tablet, I feel like I can fly. You think that that friend that he spoke to or she spoke to would not want to know about that tablet? Tell me the name of it. When you find out the name so I can know, so I can take that tablet, or I can tell my coach. So there wouldn't be no secret. These things would be out there on the street. You know what I mean? So I believe that it is the coaching. I believe that it is the talent of the athletes. Why our student athletes are doing so well. They're running amazing times. They're running some times that are mind-boggling. You know what I mean? And it is because of the work that they put in. And it's because of the training regime, the training program that they would have been introduced to. But if we take it a little further, look at the primary school. You have some talented coaches at the primary level. You have some qualified coaches at the primary level. And they are the ones who are unearthing these talents. You know what I mean? They are the ones who are unearthing these talents. And the high school coaches will now see them, take them into their more organized program, and then the rest is history. So the fact is, the talent is here. If there was no talent and this child is given a banned substance and they don't train, that child would never be doing well. Would never be doing well. You have to be training. You have to be going through your ropes, going through your rudiments, going through your regime in order for you to do well. So taking, if that were the case, a lot of my little friends, because they want to do so well, they want to improve so well, they would have taken it. They would have taken it. They wouldn't bother train. They would have just take the drugs or the banned substance. But I can't overemphasize it. It is a training regime, so the coaches check, and it is the talent of the student athletes check. These are two of the main factors that is contributing to the nation of Jamaica doing so well in track and field. Mark you, some of these children after high school are not really interested in track and field. Right? So persons might want to talk about the transition that they make. But that is another topic that we can look into. So I'm going to leave that one, and we're going to talk about the transition in another episode of Coach's Desk. Thank you again, people. Thank you for listening. I want you to make your comment down below. Tell me, what do you think of this video? I want you to subscribe, share, and like this video. And thank you for joining me. See you next time.